If you're thinking about moving to Jamaica, just do it. Okay, but don't let anyone discourage you.
So we packed up our kids, packed up our family, and we moved from Canada to Jamaica. Everybody look at we like we're crazy, like why would you do something like that? But honestly, if you live overseas, you know. And we not have to explain to you. Or not everybody overseas understand, but most of the people who prioritize their mental health do.
England is not easy, and it is not for the weak.
Hello black brothers and sisters. Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing fine. Now, I want to share this video with you. I hope this finds you well. Now, we've seen a large number of black people moving back to their motherlands. Now, what's really not happening in the US? Are black people feeling so much unsafe in the US that they have to escape, that they have to run away from the exploitation, now from the atrocities that they have been facing over time? So let's watch this video, then have a quick discussion at the end of it. Thank you so much.
So the question is, if you crossed the border and you wanted to go back home, you wanted to go back to Jamaica, how do you do that? Well, folks, it is very simple. You just buy a plane ticket, get on the plane, and go back home. You will need a valid passport and you will go back home. The problem would be coming back into the US.
I definitely felt like this comment needed to be highlighted because that is my sentiment exactly. That is literally all you need to do. When you're there foreign, make your money, save your money, and that's the way how you can move back and live in Jamaica comfortably. So all the people them where say, oh, we really wish we could have done that, but we don't have the money. Here what you do is for the next 2 to 3 years, maybe up to even 5 years, you work hard and you save your money. So when you got yard, nobody behave like say, yeah, Mr. or Mrs. Robin Hood, you know. I feel like say you have to give it to everybody and whatever, because at the end of the day, you will go back now and if you go work, be overtime because you try to make back all the money where you spend for your trip. I remember, so the flight itself, not cheap. And I don't know, something about when you go foreign and go to Jamaica, you can't move like a regular Jamaican again. All of a sudden, you can't walk in a sun. You have to charter a taxi. So transportation prices gone all the way up. You catch look at accent, so people start charging a little extra. Your friend and your family, them come tax you. So I know the trips can be very, very, very expensive, but it's up to you to budget what you can manage. And never, ever, 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 ever. But you have to take a loan for go on trip to Jamaica. Like, why would you do that? Like, literally, I've heard of people doing this, and I cannot understand why. The idea is that everybody's trying to bring this persona, like them rich, create this facade, you know? Like, them have it and foreigner go and good for them and them something. Them are pretend. But at the end of the day, if you just actually be honest and stay true to yourself and your pocket and realize, alright, that only 100,000 I have to spend on the trip here, and you stick to your budget and make sure so when you go back, you continue and you save up again. Because not wrong if you enjoy your money little. You can't just save and not spend nothing. You have to enjoy yourself now and then. But just ensure so you spend wisely. Never squander the money and then you end up, you look 10 years time, you're still there foreign broke and can't go home. And you have to stay in the depression and the sufferation because you need to earn consistently. Save your money. Simple.
So me decide to move back to Jamaica. And before you come with all the violence, all the poverty, we are try left. Just bear in mind, some never ask. So I always remember, so everybody have their own preference, everybody have their own life to live, everybody have to make their own decision. So if you don't agree, fine by me. But personally, I don't feel like somebody need for their foreign. I mean, most people leave Jamaica. The same story, they want to make more money, they want to get a job or pay well, this and that and that. But personally, me run my own business them. So, I don't really need for their foreign. And the reality is Jamaica is one of the easiest countries to start a business in. I don't have to take my word for it. Just research it and you realize that they're in like the top 10 countries, I think. So what you have to understand is that every country have them negatives and them positives. It's just up to you, the life where you want to live and what works well for you. And personally, I don't really feel like saying nobody want to leave Jamaica, you know. Them just want money. So if you can find a way to make money while they're in Jamaica, then you're good to go. And yes, it will be a process. I'm not gonna just get up one day and say, alright, I eat this. And technically, I'm still going to be coming back and forth because my family is here as well. So, yeah, it's not going to be something that's so solid. But personally, I just feel like, say, what's the point? If every time I travel to Jamaica and come back to England, I just feel stressed out and depressed, what me I come back for? And one thing you might not know about England, England is not easy. And it is not for the weak. So, you see, if you want to be an entrepreneur like myself, England is not the place to be. England is one of the hardest countries them for start business, you know. So, trust and believe, you ain't missing nothing over here. But yeah, man, right now I'm in a sense for me, I take my money every minute I go to Jamaica and I come back, I go to Jamaica and I come back. What me I come back for?
I moved to Jamaica. Well, technically, I didn't move here. I just booked a one-way ticket, and I don't know when I'm going home. But this is something that I wanted to do for a while because living in the States is so mentally draining, and I feel like being here just puts my mind more at peace. So, yeah, this is like the craziest thing that I've ever done in my life. I've never lived in another country. Although I do have like family here, they're not like my immediate family. Like they're not like the family I grew up with. But this is gonna be like the longest that I've been without my immediate family.
I was told to go back home to Jamaica by a black American man, and this is the reason why. So the other day I made a comedy sketch about Caribbean people seeing an American soap commercial for the first time. This is how it went.
Their sleepy eyes. Morning's here. Time to come alive.
Basically poking fun at the fact that we never see a washcloth in one of these soap commercials. You're not going to see one because obviously they're advertising a soap. But some people didn't get the joke, or they were offended because, hey, I'm not from America. And this is what somebody had to say. So I was told by this big tub of lard here, Omar Velos is dead, on Instagram, to stay out of America then. So I said, you sound like racist white folk. This man said, how can it be racism if we're all black? I'm just suggesting that y'all stay in your own country since America is so bad. Not once did I say America was bad, but let's continue. I said, you sound like one. Anyways, you displayed how fragile you are as a man with your response. White folks didn't even react the way you did. You just showed black immigrants how xenophobic some of our black American brothers and sisters are. This is a skit for Christ's sake. This is unbelievable, brother. So he replied to a comment that's up top that said, it's the other way around, sweetheart. Stop playing. Another person who's offended at this skit. Then he replied under that comment and said, they have the nerve to come here and judge us. They whole country still living like slaves. What? Excuse me? Huh? Then he told me I gotta keep those slave arms nice and tight. We were trading insults for insults, but he was more so on the racial side of things when I didn't bring up race at all. Not white or black. Chinese, Asian, whatever race is out there. Not once. I just said American. But this black gentleman here, who shared the same color as I, said that I gotta keep my slave arms tight. Then he said, anyways, this was fun. Bye, Kunta Kinte. All racial and slave insults by someone that's black. You'd expect this from someone who's white, but no, that wasn't it. This individual right here hates black immigrants, and it's clear. Yeah, I'll continue to keep my slave arms tight, bro, instead of ending up with man boobs. But anyway, that's besides the point. It's so crazy how you as a black individual got the same ancestors that I got using slavery as an insult. That's wild. Man, it's just sad, man, that someone that looks like us is telling us to go back to our homes, sounding like racist white folks. You know, I've never been told by a white person to go back home to Jamaica. It happened twice. This is the second time, and both incidents happened with someone who looked like me. So all black immigrants, I just want you to know that not all black Americans are like this individual here. So don't treat your black brothers and sisters any different. But this gentleman and people with his mindset are very dangerous.
One of the number one questions I get about moving to Jamaica is, how did you move to Jamaica? What was the process like? What did you do? First and number one, guys, it's mental. And when I say it's mental, I mean that you can't overthink it, okay? You want to move, you got to get up, you got to do it. It's going to be a process. Even if you're moving to a city right nearby, it's just like that, but on an international level. So first you have to accept, okay, I want to move somewhere. Boom. Do it. If you put too much thought into it, you're going to talk your way out of it. Trust me. Try to put too much thought into things that it doesn't need to be that complicated. You're gonna figure it out along the way, because that's what I did. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even before I lived in Jamaica, I was living in Bali, Indonesia. Did I plan to live in Bali? No. It just was like, boom, fell in my lap. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just hang out here for a little while. Get up, decide what you're gonna do, start making a list of the things that you have to do to prepare, whether that be save money, whether that's start looking for school for your kids, if your kids are gonna transfer, start looking for housing, figure out how you are gonna support yourself at wherever destination you're gonna go to, and just start doing it. Will I say save money? Of course. I mean, anytime you move anywhere, you gotta save some money. So if you're moving on an international level, you might want to save more than usual. You want some? All in all, don't put too much thought in it. Get up, go, do it. That's what life is about. You gotta take risks sometimes. I had no idea what I was doing when I got to Jamaica. I really kind of consulted friends and family along the way. Just like buying a car, it's a process. Yeah, you gotta sit down and do some research. But I can't really tell you a step-by-step plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G on how to move internationally. Because it all is boom in your head. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not trying to be so generalized, but I'm just trying to be realistic, honestly. Like, babes, I just winged it. Love y'all.
So since I became a dual citizen of Jamaica and the USA, a lot of Jamaican people were asking me why bother, because the Jamaican passport is so useless. Here are some reasons why I decided to become a citizen of Jamaica and honor my heritage and the beauty that my country has to offer. Buying land. If you ask me what makes you wealthy and rich, it's not having diamonds or designer clothes that can easily be taken away. It's having land. Once you get that land, it's yours forever. If you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the author always talks about real estate and how it's an important asset and one of the best ways to make money. Investing in real estate in Jamaica can make you have a lot of passive and residual income. Reason number 3, getting a TRN number so you can go ahead and start making finances and making money in Jamaica. And so you can open a bank account so you don't have to pay foreign transaction fees every time you visit home. Next reason, getting local discounts. It always used to pain me having to pay foreign prices when me know say me come from Jamaica. Local discounts are always a plus. Traveling to Jamaica as a local, not having to join the long foreign line whenever you get to the airport, supreme. Also, getting the opportunity to easily travel to other CARICOM countries and being able to work in other CARICOM countries. These countries might include Belize, Trinidad, Guyana, and wherever else you decide. So those are just a few of the reasons why I decided to get a Jamaican passport. Jamaica is extremely rich and wealthy. We just need to be able to see it ourselves. Having 2 passports opens up a world of possibilities and opportunity that you might not have ever known. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and do it.
I'm trying to go to Jamaica this year. Then here is the 2024 Jamaica requirements. I just got back last night at 1. Jesus, I just got back from work. But this is all I needed to go to Jamaica. 1, you need your passport, your U.S. passport. And then you need to go to enterjamaica.com to get the C5 form filled out, which is the customs. They don't give the paper on the plane no more, so you have to do that. When you enter Jamaica, then you have to go to the kiosk and scan your passport. Then we'll ask you, is this you? You say yes. And then we'll take a picture of you at the top. And you'll take that printout out and your passport. You'll take it to the custom people with proof of the form that you fill up. Then you will have entry into Jamaica. Yes, it's that fast. To come back, you just need your passport, basically.
You know, say American people really disrespectful and have no manners. I travel all over the world and I never encounter them something yet. Imagine, me I go which part me don't know and this man start me come talk about, hey shawty, come collect this banana. I say, excuse me sir, collect which banana? I don't want your banana, I'm a Jamaican now collect banana. Some from America come collect banana. I look like my short a banana, I would I like your banana sir, dirty man. Then the man come talk about say, take this banana, shorty, it could change your whole life. I got you over here, take care of you, shorty. There's nothing that I would give you, shorty. See me to go along the road. Never look on the man and say, sir, you know you're outside and bright. You must have a class, the man.
Someone asked me recently if I wanted to move out of the US and move to Jamaica, how much do I realistically need to make to live there? So yeah, let's talk about it while I take out this heatless girl. I think how much you need to live in Jamaica is determined by the type of lifestyle you want to live. Let's start with what Google says. Google, you need between 650 to 850 USD.
This is not bad. I want them to be tighter though, but they're not bad.
I think that's actually doable. You probably don't live on your own in Kingston. Try not to shop at expensive grocery store chains. You know, you're probably gonna meat shop instead of buying your meat at the grocery store. But if you want to live in Kingston in a really nice apartment, gated community, do your hair, nails, lashes every week, go out, and things like that. If you want to afford all the luxuries, I think you need to start looking at having 2,000 USD per month and up. Jamaica is not a cheap place, but let me know in the comments what you think.
In America, all you do is work your ass off for all these beautiful things that you have, and you just look at them and you're just depressed. I literally one night prayed. I had to get down on my knees in my bedroom and pray to Jesus that something would change, because I was not sure that I was going to make it out alive.
Now, in response to the state of US politics that feels increasingly oppositional to the existence, now, people of color, or let me say black Americans, are reverse migrating back to their parents' homelands. Now, according to the Wilson Center, 29% of reverse migration to Mexico as a result of nostalgia or moving to their countries has never been great as this time. Now, people of color, I mean black people, black Americans, are now considering going back to their motherlands. And when we talk about their motherlands, we can draw this back to history. And back 300 years, or let me say 3 centuries back, or 4, transatlantic slave trade took place, and most of our brothers and sisters were shipped to the other side of the world to go as workers, to go and work in the farms in Europe and in the US and in South America. Now, those who were shipped in South America were working in sugarcane plantations, while others who were shipped to the US were actually working in cornfields and wheat fields and all other stuff. And the others were actually shipped back or on the other side of the western part of the world, and that's Europe. Now, all these were our brothers and sisters. And let me start by saying sorry, because our grandparents really played a big role in making sure that our own blood, our own brothers, our own mothers were sold to the other part. Now, these people have been through a lot. Growing up in a society where you are not appreciated or where you are not wanted, but you have no other ways, because this is where you found yourself. This is where you are born. You are born to parents who are poor, maybe peasants, who are working in corn farms, who are in cornfields, and who are working in sugarcane plantations. Now, they adapted to be so hard that they could easily resist any kind of oppression, politically, be it socially, which includes racism, and be it economically, where they were being sabotaged. They were not being paid well. They were paid peanuts money. Now, this went on for a long, long time. And I can say they adapted to that hard life, in that they started being successful. And that's where the problem arises from. Why do you upset the others? Why do you upset white people? Why do you become more successful than the owners of that land? They call themselves the owners of that land. Why can a slave be so much successful than the master? The problem arose from such like things. And that's when things like racism started playing a bigger part in getting job opportunities, maybe in public. Now, political segregation, in that some people are left out in major decision making in the country. So this has continued for a long time, leave alone the politics that is being played around Democrats and Republicans. There are very major problems, and the biggest problem, let's call a spade and not a big spoon, or a spoon, a big spade. This is whatever it is, my friends. The success of black people has not sat well with the white majority. So they want to evict the people, the black people and the immigrants, because they feel like these people have come to our country, conquered everything. They are now CEOs. They now vie for the presidency. They are now vying to be governors, senators. They are millionaires. They are billionaires. They have dominated our sports. What's the best way to do this? Eject them out. Come with so much and so many ruthless policies that will see or force them out. And they don't need to tell you to go to the Caribbean. Of course, we see them moving to the Caribbean, black Americans, and moving back to Africa. Welcome back. This is your home. We will receive you with two open arms, because once lost, you are once lost, and now you are back home. Carry the smaller savings you have. Come invest in Africa. The unity of black people is the biggest threat of a white man. Their systems fear seeing black Americans uniting with Africans, uniting with some countries in South America and in the Caribbean. It's their biggest, their biggest fear. So when they see black people coming back home and uniting with their families, it's their biggest fear. At the same time, they don't want to see our black brothers and sisters in the US. So what do they want of black people? No one likes you. Like yourself, protect your families, and make sure you hold no feuds with your black brothers and sisters. Protect each other. Fight oppression. As you move to Jamaica, as you move to the Caribbean, as you move to Africa, move in unity. Come and actually experience the beauty of being at home. Thank you so much.